Hey Flosstube, it's Jen from Jen's Stitching Niche. I'm back for an update video with Sally. That's her bed. It is Sunday, September 11th, and it's been a little over a month since my last video, but it's been a crazy month. As I had mentioned in my last video, we have moved, so we bought a new house about a mile from where we were before in the apartment. Absolutely love it. It is a disaster right now. We've got boxes and things strewn everywhere. We're still trying to kind of figure out how we're organizing everything. My husband works from home, so we had to set up an office, quite an extensive office for him. So it's downstairs. He's got his office set up. This is one of the bedrooms upstairs, and it's my craft room / office / shop. So I've got some shop stuff over here. These two bins here. That's all fabric. That's the 36 count winter's brew that just came in, if you're interested. And then all the everything else is in the closet. And then I'm organizing all of my own craft stuff in here. So this was a cabinet we had in our kitchen. I stole that. That's going to be where I store stuff. I have a kind of a L-shaped table that I've had since we were in Mississippi. And then this past week, I went to IKEA and I got a table. You're sitting on it, but it is big enough for me to put my large cutting mat on. And it also is a higher table than normal, and I love it. It is exactly what I wanted. So I've got a really nice setup. I just have to move all of my personal craft stuff in here. Got some storage underneath the table, but the other bedroom is the whole floor. It's not like to the ceiling, but the whole floor is covered with my crafting stuff. I hold Bridget and Alicia partially responsible for that. It's a lot of stuff, but I'm getting through quite a bit of it, so that's fine. Love my new job. So we are in we finished our third week. We're in our fourth week of the semester. Love my classes. I have two groups of really good students. I'm teaching a non-majors biology course, and that was kind of a rough start for both of us. I keep telling them we're giving each other a lot of forgiveness in these first few weeks because I'm learning how to teach you guys at this school, and you're learning how to be a biology person. So lots of forgiveness. And so we're having fun in that class, but they're learning and they're really smart. And then my A&P group, just absolutely love them. So it's great, great job. I mean, I am so happy with that job. So everything's great. Shop, it's going okay. Expo was kind of crazy. I got some orders, but everybody shipped to the wrong address. Even though my emails started with, this is what I would like. Oh, before I tell you what I want to order, this is my new address. And I think of the almost 20 orders that I placed, the majority of them mailed it to the wrong address. So my stuff came in later, but I'm getting it, so that's fine. Some people even mailed it to my address in Mississippi, which is almost a year out of date. So I don't know. It was just everybody's crazy. But lots of interesting stuff came in from Expo. I've got a few things that I want to stitch. Teresa Kogut's book, her Happy Halloween book, that was amazing. I can't wait to start working on some of that. But other than that, things are going great. I have a little bit of stitching to show, not much. I've been kind of scattered with my focus is off with my stitching because my room is unorganized, but I do have some finishes. So my first finish is not cross stitch, it's needlepoint. So I've never done needlepoint before. My sister Sharon does it. I always love to look at her stuff, but I picked up this canvas in Memphis. I think it's called Stitchers Inc. or Stitches, etc. I don't know, but it's in Memphis. And it came with a stitch guide, and it told me exactly what to do. So when you look at it, each little band in the pumpkin is a different type of stitch. So it must have been like a class piece or something. But I just thoroughly enjoyed doing this. I went to the stitching shop here in, I guess it's Littleton or Inglewood. Anyway, Denver, to pick up the purple for the background. and saw a bunch of their canvases, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll buy another canvas and do it. But they don't tell you how to do all of this, and I'm not brave enough to do it yet. So I've got one other needlepoint canvas that's an ornament that I want to do, and that did not come with a stitch guide. So I'm going to see how I do with that, and then maybe I'll do more of these. But what do you do now? What do I do with this? I don't know. I mean, I was talking to Teresa, and she's like, maybe turn it into a bookmark. I'm like, I don't know. What do you do once you finish this? So I have to figure that out. I'll actually go back to the stitching shop and ask them. They'll help me. I have a couple of other finishes, 3 other finishes. So I participated in the costume party from Hands on the Design, Kathy Haberman, and it started the weekend of Labor Day, and we've already finished. We got all the parts to the little set, and I stitched it up, not exactly on time, but I finished it within the week, and it is so cute. She did just a wonderful job, and she talks about when she's going to release this on her latest video. So thank you, Kathy. I just loved stitching it. Those little bats are adorable. And I just got the called for everything. I've got the board somewhere over here. I think it's behind me. And maybe next weekend. I don't think I have anything going on next weekend. I can fully finish that. I also am caught up on my tiny bouquets from Jeanette Douglas. So the September one was released on September 1st. And it is this one right here. So my lighting isn't that great in this room because we don't have a light in the ceiling. It's a bedroom, so see that right there? I just bought this to hang it in here for now, but we're going to hire someone to come in and put lights in all 3 bedrooms upstairs. So sorry about the lighting, but that's my progress. So I've been really good about keeping up with this, and by the end of the year I'll have it completed. And I just got information last week. I'm joining the Rocky Mountain Stitchers Guild, or the Sampler Guild of the Rockies. I think that's what it is. And they're doing something with that this year. So I missed the meeting today because I didn't get my paperwork in, but I'm excited to get involved in that group. I also joined a quilt. It's not a guild. What do they call them? The council or something. So I'm just joining groups. And my last finish is the Fall on the Farm series. I got it done last night. The last one was the wishing well, or the water well. And I am super happy with this one. So I just need to iron it and get a frame ordered, get that framed up for this fall. It's going to be so pretty. And I think this is on 40 count beige from Weeks Dye Works. 40 count beige from Weeks Dye Works, and I have a piece the same size. I'm going to do the Christmas farmhouse series. I think I'm going to start that this next week. And let's see, that is all of my finishes for this past month. Okay, so whip-wise, I haven't been stitching on a lot of different projects. I have, I think, 26 whips right now. And the other night, I was trying to work on the tiny bouquets, and I couldn't find, I've got all my threads in there. I mean, I've got it kitted up, just like you're supposed to, in its project bag. And, I've got all the threads together, but I didn't have the threads that I needed for that particular bouquet. So I got obsessed and went through all of my whips and tried to make sure that they all had their threads with them. That was a craziness. So now I've got my whips organized, sort of. But I'm currently only focusing on a few. Sorry, my hair is kind of crazy. And there are two that I'm going to show you that I'm going to be stitching on over the next couple of days. One is Pineberry Lane's Cats and Jacks. So in a previous video, I showed you this current one. This one was completed, and I was working on this little lady. And I finished her. I have almost finished her. I have this. What I have left is there's a little jack-o'-lantern that goes here, but I don't have that thread. I have to go buy it. It's like 610. No, 3021. So I'll go pick that up tomorrow on my way home, and then I will finish that. And the other one I started is the other cat. So I've worked on that. These are both on 40 count. I'm not sure. It's an R&R, but I'm not sure which one. It may be straw. Oh, that's not what it's called. Sheep straw. I don't remember. But it is 40 count. And so I'm currently working on this one, and then I just have this one down here, and it's the smallest one. So I should be able to finish those this month and have those ready for Halloween. My other whip is from the Patreon chart from August from Teresa Kogut. And I haven't made very much progress on this since my last video, but that's my current state on this one. It is on a piece of 36 count from Victorian Motto, so it doesn't have a name. It just comes like that. And I just love the colors. This is turning out so beautifully. So I'll probably stitch on that this evening. And that is it for my current whips. But I do want to share a couple of things since we're looking at Halloween. Yesterday I went to a book and, what do they call it? A book and paper fair in Castle Rock, just south of us. And they have antique books and photos and ephemera and postcards. And I love postcards from like the 1900s, 1910s, 1915s, that time period. And I collect the holiday ones so that I can put them in my holiday displays. So I don't have very many Halloween ones because they're hard to find. But I did find two yesterday for a good price. So, and it's, it's a used postcard, but it's so cute. Look at her cat. And then I got this one with the pumpkin head guy. The guy that I bought it from said that he just thought that was a disturbing image. So I picked those up yesterday. So that was fun. All right. So I'm going to pause and we're going to talk about my plans, and I got some quilting to show you. So over the next couple of weeks, I plan to start a few new Halloween projects. I love Halloween stitching. I love the fall, and we're already starting to feel that fall weather here in the Denver area. We had some hot temperatures earlier in the week, but Friday it cooled off considerably. Yesterday was nice and cool. This afternoon, Sally and I have already gone for a long walk. Saw some birds and stuff, so it's nice, cool temperatures. So it's getting me in the mood to stitch some Halloween. So these are my possible starts over the next couple of weeks. First is this Lollies, what is it called? Lollies, Crows, and Candy Corn. This was a kit that I picked up at Amana last year. And I'm not sure if she's released it. Maybe a shop has it as an exclusive, but you can get it at her shop, or you could get it at her shop, countrystitchesonline.com. But I want to start that. It calls for a 36 count Patriots brew, but I'm sure I have something that's similar to that. It's so cute. And I've got all the little felt candy corns. Have y'all seen the candy corn Christmas trees they have at like Home Goods and TJ Maxx? I'll put a picture in here. I think they're so cute. Speaking of candy corn, this is an old With Thy Needle and Thread Brenda Gervais. It's called Candy Corn. It's stitched on gold from Weeks Dye Works, but then you stitch the white at the top and the orange at the bottom to make it look like a piece of candy corn. I love that. And then the other one I want to start is this Gardener Goody Witch from Brenda Gervais. Now, she has a series of these. There's the Christmas at Winterberry Cabin, and then she's got this one, which is the Gardener Goody Witch. And then there's the Potting Shed. Is there a fourth one? I don't remember, but I want to do this. So cute. I've done the Potting Shed. And this calls for 32 count linen from Weeks Dye Works. And I may do that. I may stitch it on the 32 count and then over dye it like she did. So cute. Did y'all hear that puppy snoring? She snores very loudly. She got her bark box today and it had a back to school sweater and she wore it most of the day. She likes her sweater. I took it off of her because I was afraid she was getting too hot. Spoiled little girl. So that's my stitching plans. Now the other thing that I've been working on is quilting. So let me share that with you. So if you are new to my videos, which I've had some new subscribers, so thank you very much. That's super exciting. But you will find that I like to do all kinds of crafts. And lately I've been obsessed with quilting. And Lori Holt is not helping me much with that because she keeps giving us such great projects to work on. So her current stitch along is her Prairie Meadow sew along. If you go to Lori Holt's blog, Be In My Bonnet, she has the information about this. And I ordered a kit from Fat Quarter Shop. And each week we get instructions on the blog on how to make the different blocks. So we've had week 1, week 2, and then tomorrow week 3 starts. So I've never done a quilt like this, and I am following Lori's instructions as closely as possible. So I got my kit, and like the day we moved into the house, started moving into the house, so I set up this table over here with a cutting mat. That's the first thing that happened. As soon as I got that set, I set that up, and I started cutting my fabric based on the instructions that were in the sew along guide. And so when the first block was released, I was ready to go. So I have finished the first block. It is the first time I've ever done this, so it's not perfect. It's so cute though. So here's my first block. And you cut out, you use sew interfacing. And so you sew the interfacing with the shape using her shapes, Lori Holt's shapes, and then you turn them inside out and iron them, and now you've got this nice crisp edge. And then you place it on your background and you stitch it into place. So that's what I did, just like Lori said, and I just think it's really cute. So I finished the first. I have placed everything on the second. I just haven't glued it down or basted it, and then I'll start sewing it. So I don't have, actually you're sitting on it, but I'll put a picture in here of the second block. And I am thoroughly enjoying this. And I actually got the binder because I love organization. So I got the binder, and I've got my little, information sheet. But I also ordered these little zipper pouches on Amazon, and I've got each of the blocks, all of the materials for each block sorted, ready to go. So as the week happens, I just pull this envelope out, and I think that worked out really well. These are so simple shapes. So there's an envelope for those. I also am going to try to follow the same pattern or the same schedule and do this one. This is another one that she did a few years ago which is the Flea Market Flowers. Yeah, Flea Market Flowers. I bought the kit when she started this. Actually, it may have the schedule on here. I don't know the date, but it started in January. And I had the kit, but I just didn't start it. So I'm going to try to do this one at the same time that I'm doing the Prairie Meadow to see if I can get both of these completed around the same time. There are 9 blocks in this one. How does she have it scheduled? Yeah, this one's only 9 weeks, and I think the Prairie Meadow is 12 weeks, so it's actually 14 weeks. So yeah, I should be able to do that if I start focusing on getting those done. Because I have all the fabric and everything cut, it goes pretty quickly. Like this morning I got up and I sewed everything and turned everything, and now I just need to baste it onto the background and stitch it down. So I should be able to get that done over the next couple of days. So that's super fun. Otherwise, that's about all I've been doing. Cleaning house, trying to get organized, and staying a step ahead of my students, which I didn't the other day. I've been really good about, giving clear instructions to my students in my non-majors biology. And I'm like, okay, make sure you read that handout that I posted. And then the next day they came in and they're like, you didn't post it. I'm like, I did post it. And I look, there's this little eyeball that you have to click on so students can see it, and they didn't see it. So we didn't do that lab, but that was okay. I had some other activities to do that day. So, but they're cool. They were okay with it. All right, the last couple of things I want to do in my video have to do with the giveaway, and then I'm going to talk about my shop. All right, so my last video I had some giveaways, and the winners are, the first one was for a pedal pusher chart. This goes to Mums Albrecht. The second one was the Hey Pumpkin quilt that I had finished, Hey Pumpkin table runner with the leftover fabric. That goes to Wendy Banta. The third is a Witch Hazel chart from With Thy Needle and Thread. That goes to Deborah Castle. The fourth was the Witch Hat pincushion. This goes to Primson Greenway. I love your videos. I watched them. And then the last is the Pumpkin King kit. Comes with everything. And that goes to Patricia Gerard. So I'll put my email here. If you just email me, and I will get those out to you. I still have a few people that haven't contacted me about some of the giveaways in the past, and I'm just clearing it after this one, and then I will shuffle those in as giveaways in the future. Now, giveaways this time, I'm going to try to keep it on Halloween theme. So if you're not interested in Halloween, you're probably not going to like these. But for giveaways, you have to be 18. Please do not say anything about I want to win, I hope I win, anything like that. Just don't do it. Just make a comment and then list the number of the prize that you're interested in. So first up is the French Country Crow from JBW Design. So you'll get that with, I'll throw in a skein of floss to go with this, a black floss. Isn't that pretty? Second is a set of, oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Second is A Bowl Full of Scaries by Scary One by Plum Street. I'll show you this. Isn't this cute? That's what it is. So Susie Reno made this bag for me. Isn't that cute? But it's for this chart. It's a new chart. I haven't used it. 3 is a set of Lizzie Kate charts. It's Hats Off to Halloween, and then the Boo Celebrate. 4 is Brenda Gervais, Boo to You and Spirits and Spells. And then the last is the Fall on the Farm series. All 9 of the charts, they're mine, so I've written on them. So if you don't want them to be written on, then you don't want these, but I've written on at least the first one. So those are the 5 giveaways. Okay, so just a really short update, shop update. Just wanted to mention that at Needlework Expo, charts are coming in. I've still got most everything in stock. There are a few things that I've sold out of. I think I have like one of the Witches Training Academy still in stock, but we're, lots of cute stuff from Needlework Expo. I am running a special for this month. I'm doing it since it's Sampler September. I'm doing 20% off of certain designers. So currently I have 20% off Hands Across the Sea samplers. Any of the samplers I have of them in stock, it's 20% off. You don't need a code. It just deducts it at checkout. And I'm going to add the sampler company today. So those will run on sale for 20% off until September 16th. And then I'll add another designer. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 designers. But there'll be a heading at the top of my website that tells you who's on sale for the week. I've got, like I said, got some 36 count winter brew in stock, and got some Gentle Arts floss in stock. Finally got some fragrant cloves, both in 5-yard and 10-yard skeins, so that's exciting. But yeah, everything's, trucking along really well. Super excited about that. If you've been watching my site, you know that I've got those little felt mice, and that's a turkey right there. Super cute for decorating. And I just got something in from the same company I order from. They're called church puzzles. They're 9 blocks that are cubes, and you can make 6 different puzzles. So I'm not going to take it apart because it's in this little bag. But you can see there's a vintage Santa. And I bought these because I thought these would be cute for display. But since they're blocks, some people would be like, oh, they'll fall apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my favorite and glue the blocks together so that they stay put. And that way I have that. But when I was opening the Halloween one, I discovered that I will get the display from the puzzle, but they also come with these images of what the 6 puzzles look like. And these images fit perfectly on these little blocks that you can buy at the craft store. So I'm going to take my piece from the sets that I'm buying, and I'm going to make some scissor blocks with these. So I'm getting 2 things from each of the purchases. So I'm super excited about those. Other than that, things are going really well. We're getting settled, getting into kind of finding our groove and our routine. Hopefully next video you'll see things on the wall and a little more organization, but I just really appreciate all the positive comments and the well wishes that I've gotten. The last video, I got so many sweet comments, and it really, really helped. Thank you very much. It makes me very happy to have such good friends that wish me well with these big changes Hobby and I've been going through over the past year. I think we have done the last big change for us. I think we both said we're never moving again. So hopefully we'll be settled here for quite a while. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good stitching day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.